Forged from Iron is proud to support Iron Supporting Food Banks. They are a group of West Ham United fans and friends inspired by the work of other football fan food banks around the country. They collect food and cash donations from Newham Food Bank in Beckton, who supply 7 distribution centres in the borough, 7 days a week, and hand out several hundred 3-day emergency food packs every month to families in need. They are also working with other groups to improve conditions for vulnerable adults and children in the Newham community. They are supported in their efforts by West Ham United Football Club, the WHU Foundation, LS185, London Legacy Development Corporation, Newham Council, the Met Police, Spire London East Hospital, Expedient Security, and a large number of West Ham and football fans. You can help by making a donation to their Just Giving page. You will find the link to this in the description section of the video details in this stream. Thank you for your support. Come on, you Irons. Well, that was better than I expected. It finishes West Ham United 2, Arsenal 2, and after 10 minutes, when we're 2-0 down, I'm thinking my prediction that I said in the match preview yesterday of a 4-0 defeat might be that we might get something quite considerably worse. Arsenal tore us apart in that first 10 minutes. They were literally toying with us. It was like a cat with a half-dead mouse, do you know what I mean? They're just sort of, you know, toying with us and playing around, and they can finish us any time they like. And the first sort of like the next sort of 10-15 minutes after they went 2-0 up, despite the fact we didn't concede a goal, I thought Arsenal was still knocking it round, and we were chasing shadows by and large. We then get obviously a little bit of a foothold in the game, however, with a penalty that was given and dispatched by Saeed Benrahma. Now, I haven't seen the replays. I don't know, and I've heard a few people on a few chats that I'm party to that are asking the question whether it was a dive. And I don't know one way or the other whether it was or whether it wasn't. But quite frankly, I don't care. I'm getting a little bit fed up with Arsenal, to be honest with you. I mean, they're time-wasting antics, they're diving around, they're wasting time, they're feigning injury, the manager on the touchline waving cards. So do you know what? If it was a dive, well, okay, but they've got a taste of their own medicine, so really I don't care. And Benny steps up, puts it away, 2-1, and that's how it stayed till half-time. Now, I was sitting there and I'm thinking, well, this is good, this is great, but there was a guy that sits in front of me, John, and I said to him, it's very, very reminiscent of the Newcastle game where we go 2 goals down fairly sort of quickly in the first half. We had managed to get a goal back to halve the arrears, and we get to half time, and obviously we know what happened against Newcastle. 20 seconds into that second half, we concede a third, and then we just fall to pieces, and it ends up with 5-1 capitulation. Well, 20 seconds into the second half, we didn't concede a goal, and we kept going into the second half, and I could see that there was a definite change in the pattern of the play, in our intensity. The boys really did put a shift in, to be honest. I can't fault the players for application, for drive, determination, courage, all of the things that for me as a West Ham fan are an absolute non-negotiable. Look, if the other team are just better than us on the day and we come off second best, but if the 11 players that have been on the pitch, the subs that have been coming on, have all gone in and put a shift in, and we just were outmatched. I've got no real problem with that. Yeah, I'm not happy with the outcome, but it is what it is. All I ask for is that we go out there and we put in 100% effort, and that's what I got. That's what we got today. Obviously, Arsenal get a penalty in the second half with the scores locked at 2-1, and I've got to be honest. I was sitting there and I'm like, right, okay. But Saka stepped up, and I mean, look, Fab, he's got a great record against penalties, so I was confident that if he needed to make the save, he could be called upon, he can be relied upon to do that at critical moments, but he didn't need to because Saka put it past Fabianski's right-hand post. And I just sensed that at that moment, their confidence was dented, and we had a new resolve. We were galvanised, and not just the players, but the guys in the stand, the fans. We really did play our part there today. And then obviously Jared Bowen gets the equaliser, and the place went absolutely mad, and we've just put a massive spanner in Arsenal's title works. We could have even won it towards the latter stages of that second half with a cross that Antonio gets a header to, and again, I haven't seen it. I'm wondering whether he could have done better. Obviously, you know, you can always do better, but I'll have to have a look on the replay and see that. But look, nobody really gave us a prayer. I certainly didn't, and I'll admit, I thought we would get handily beaten, and I've been proved very thoroughly wrong, and I'm glad. I'm so glad that I've been proved wrong, because not just the fact that we've got a point against a team that have been challenging for the title pretty much from the opening whistle of the Premier League season, and the fact that obviously this gives us just a little bit of extra momentum in our shift away from the wrong end of the Premier League table, but just the confidence and the belief in the players that this is going to hopefully engender in the remaining games of the Premier League season. And not only that, but hopefully it also has a little bit of a carryover into Thursday night. I know it's a different competition, and very likely it will be a different 11 that will be utilised, but be that as it may, I'm quite sure that when the players go into training at Rush Green tomorrow, there'll be a little bit of an extra spring in their step. There'll be an extra bit of confidence. There'll be an extra little bit of just belief, determination. Look, as far as the Premier League's concerned, whatever happens now, this season has been a disappointment. And yeah, we've had our expectations raised by the last two seasons. We had our hopes pushed in an upward trajectory by spending 180 million in the summer, and all of that has basically come crashing down around our ears, and we've been involved in a relegation battle basically from the off. And I don't believe we'll go down, and this has kind of reinforced that view, but obviously it's still mathematically possible, and there's still a few games to go. We still need to get a couple of extra points on the board, but I think we will. And obviously if we can just sort of turn this performance into another performance, which won't be easy. We go obviously to the next Premier League game is away at Bournemouth, and obviously they're coming off the back of a win against Arsenal's North London neighbours Tottenham, so their confidence will be up. So that's not going to be easy, but obviously we've got a number of games that I look at and think, well, we can if we can play like that, if we can display that intensity, that desire, that courage, that determination, drive, fortitude, just guts, we can do this. We can get away from the bottom three section of the Premier League. I think, like I say, I do think there are three worse teams than us. I think we're going to get enough points to sort of pull away. And yeah, it will still be a disappointing season, and we'll have to take stock in the summer, and obviously the club will make whatever decision that they make on the managerial front. But yeah, I'm really pleased to have been proved wrong. Really pleased that the boys fronted up, that the boys come out there and went, yeah, we know that player for player, you're better than us. But do you know what? We're going to try and give you a few right-handers, metaphorically, of course, and we're going to try and really derail your title ambitions while trying to sort of give us a little bit of extra fillip in our boost away from the bottom three, and I think we've done that. So long may this continue for the next couple of games in the Premier League anyway, until the end of the season. Hopefully we can get away from this end, and yeah, come on you Irons.